Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik. Welcome back to more Random Crossing New Leaf. Welcome Amiibo. Right now, it is Thursday, November 14th at 11:22 p.m. because, I mean, look, I left recording late today. There's no beating around the bush. I had a load of longer stuff that I needed to export, but I figured, you know what? I gotta scratch it just for me to record anyway, so I'd come and record this as like my, every last real chance I got for the day. So yeah, we're gonna come on, we're gonna chill, we're gonna walk around. It's gonna be a nice, like, low-key episode. The energy's gonna be kind of kept at mellow. And yeah, I'm gonna start that by reading our post. Ooh, 11 p.m. music, it'll make me feel pensive. But first from Daisy, invitation, it is on the 16th, so that is in 2 days. I will try and commit that to memory, which usually means I'm gonna forget that in an instant. And yeah, last time we bought from Red, so I suppose first order of business, among the usual suspects, we can go with that fossil in our inventory assessed, as well as seeing if this painting's real, which I hope it is. We may as well pay if it's shrunk on the way past too, because I think... Nah, it's too late to get our stuff assessed by him, isn't it? Not assessed, but you know what I mean, taught. Ah well, we'll nab another fossil, and we'll speak to Scoot on our way over. How you doing, Scoot? Whoa, Daniel, it's been a while since we talked. Huh? Am I the only one you haven't talked to in a while? I'm a strong man who doesn't cry very easily, but no one can help it. I'm sorry, I'll do better, he says. He claims, he thinks. But yeah, hopefully, you guys are all doing good. And oh, God, this atmosphere's kind of hitting, isn't it? No, this is like I'm emotional, but I'm here and I'm drinking it, and it's like, oh, damn. Maybe back in 2018, 2019, your early days at City Folk, all those 11 p.m. videos, maybe I was onto something and not just procrastinating all day before I recorded. Like, oh, there's a vibe to this, isn't there? There's a vibe, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it, because it's not too late to where I can't record without having a super lowered voice, but there's a vibe, you know? And I'm kind of living for it. I'm kind of living for it. It's like, oh, I haven't heard this song in ages to think about it. Oh. Again, it's gonna make me feel pensive. Get away from me. That's not what I signed up for. I signed up to chill and yap about random dumb stuff and discoveries. How you doing, Peppy? Distract me. Hey, where have you been? It's been a while, never mind. I'm just glad you're back, Schmoopy. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that disaster. Is the Roost open at this time of night? It is. Like, I might pop in for a drink, because we've not been into the Roost in this series as much as I think we should do, given our routine in City Folk. I feel as though we've been in some elements lacking, and I am going to fix that by having a little sip in there later. I mean, we could go work a shift. Do I think it'd be a disaster? Yes. But let's do it anyway. Also, we have a new neighbor. We have Mira, I believe. And oh, TNT. This is why I stick with Nook and Go in all the games. It's so good. It's so good. Again, I'm shocked that all these years later, like the New Horizons never had more shop upgrades added though. It's like, bro, we needed Nook and Go in New Horizons. Or at least, again, with some of those late night New Horizons episodes, I certainly needed Nook and Go. It's like, bro, what do you mean you're recording episodes at 3 AM mid-lockdown? And what do you mean you forgot to put noise cancelling on your microphone? And by the way, yeah, you may notice the microphone sounds a little bit different. There's less of a background hum. And that's because apparently there has been a filter in OBS this entire time that's simply called noise suppression that suppresses noise, and it's pretty good. It's it's a bit of an ouch, but I've slapped it on and it's been working great so far. So it gets rid of like the background hum of my computer, which weirdly doesn't show up in Audacity, but still saves me having to faff around with Audacity. It sounds pretty good. And like there are certain songs where if I go, for example, like shh, like I thought, like that shows up on my mic track, I can see that shows up, but sometimes it doesn't. It's like, it's a little weird. It kind of like 50-50s, but generally, I'm quite happy with it. The downside is, and that's my own main concern, right? Why I brought it is if I'm recording a late night episode, okay, if I'm basically ASMRing into that microphone, it's not wake anybody up, which, depending on how well I can sleep tonight, Anyway, I'm pushing that thought to the back of my head. Hello, Hot Springs. I'll actually buy that. Outdoor bath, that price is reasonable, actually. I'll take that. And what have you got for wallpaper and flooring? But yeah, the part of me's thinking, if I'm doing a late night episode, right? I mean, I was mainly concerned about it getting rid of, like, my little... my little noises I make that might not be particularly loud, but either what, like... I think Danganronpa's quite good for that, because if something bad happens, I'll, like, come through my gritted teeth, go like, ooh, like, sharply inhale. And that adds... And to me, that adds like a lot of character. So what I don't want to do is lose that. with noise suppression, but it seems we're good. Then there's the late night episodes where it's like, oh my god, am I going to be talking at the same volume of which it thinks is just background noise it needs to remove? It's like, oh. Again, maybe I'll test that later. Maybe I'm going to come down with the insomnia. I mean, I think my probability of my recording tomorrow might be a bit slim, so I don't know. And actually, I'm looking over. Certain factors are in place. Certain factors are in place to where that might be possible tonight. Just tonight, though. Just tonight. Limited time off and up. Actually, while I'm here, Mr. Campsite, you have nobody in. Of course you don't. Shame on you. How's our inventory looking? Yeah, we gotta stop by. That's the mix-up between an Xbox controller and the 3DS buttons will continue to haunt me until the day this series comes to an end. But yeah, we'll manage. We'll manage. Although speaking of, oh, that's bad. Oh no. Hang on. He's got an idea. We put everything that we want to sell on the ground. This is really reminiscent of like an older what's it called? You know, like all your New Horizons where you know, the doohickeys shut, the museum's shut for a night, so you've got to while it's upgrading, so you like just dump everything outside. Seems like a universal experience that. We'll do that. Just I want to go get perfect fruit and stuff while I'm yapping. But yeah, speaking of my Xbox controller, discovered this in one of those aforementioned Danganronpa recordings. It's on the fritz. I don't know how much longer it's got in it, but the wire is doing the thing where if it's bent at a weird angle, it will disconnect, which bothered me in that recording. It may come to bother me more with time, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking because the last thing I want to do is have this break. I'm on a little bit of a tight budget. Talked about this in other series, but I'm going on a cruise, and while I've spent most of the stuff for that, I don't want to spend money I don't need to right now. Which is like, I don't want to put series on hiatus because I've not got to control. Where the hell should I put this bath, man? You know, actually, Wisp annoyed me last episode, didn't he? So you know what, Wisp? This one's for you. You don't get to go in this bath. You just get to sit 1 centimeter away from it and listen to it constantly. Have fun. We'll find a better place for that in due course. Just wanted to get that out of my inventory. But yeah, I mean, I've spent most of my stuff, but still, I want to save up money for, you know, when I'm on board and other stuff like that. So it's like, if my controller breaks, I'll be like, you know, oh. Because I could play this with a keyboard, but it wouldn't feel right. Also, it'd be noisy. Like, do I want to put that much faith in that noise suppression filter? Nah. Also, I do Danganronpa with the controller as well. Again, because it's like, you gotta think, a lot of clicking, a lot of spamming, I want that to be as quiet as humanly possible, because let's be real, otherwise it'd be very loud. So, yeah, kind of a little bit of a dilemma, if you will, but, well, again, we'll manage, we'll persevere, we always do. And actually, since we're playing New Leaf, we may as well talk about it. Pocket Camp's imminent shutdown. Yeah, we're getting towards it now. I made a video saying goodbye to Pocket Camp on my second channel, so we don't want to take this chance to plug it now. I was kind of aiming to get it out within a certain time frame, and I did, so I'm quite proud of myself for being able to do that. It's like a, you know, give myself a little pat on the back, like, hell yeah, dude, you did it, so. And yeah, no, I'm very chuffed with the end result. I think it's a solid video. I was like being really tough on myself in the lead up to it, like, are people gonna really give a shit about this video? And the general response so far seems to be, yeah, they do, so. It's been nice to see that reception. People have been enjoying it. It's just broke 1,000 views. It's in again, I know way too much about like technicalities of uploading and stuff, but it's in like the period where for stuff on that channel, what will happen is again, I know I just mentioned it when I use like my mouse and keyboard because it'd be too noisy, but it's like it's putting stuff in a basket. I'm doing this a favor, all of us a favor if I do that. But you know, the funny thing with the Neremik 2 uploads is they always follow a pattern of they want big burst of views, and then if they get a second burst after that, or if they get more than 300, life is good. But they get that first burst, and then if they get a second burst, they usually become like longer runners, and if they don't, they usually just sit there looking nice and pretty on the channel page. But this one, it's getting there. I think YouTube's still trying to find the right audience for it, but I think it'll do well. I'm seeing it at least breaking 3,000 views in the long term. We'll see. But yeah, it's good. It's like a personal video, but I have a lot of fun making it. Because you know, it's weird to say goodbye to a video game, but you're not technically saying goodbye to it. It's I don't know, it's fun. And again, obviously, Pocket Camp is a game, I say this in the video, intrinsically linked to New Leaf, despite the fact that the two don't link directly. It's a weird one for sure, but it's a game I will miss to see gone. Like, we'll still be able to play it, but you know, the routine that kept that game alive and in people's minds for as long as it did, that'll be gone. in case you don't know, new app comes out, we get like a bulk load of new features and new scheduled events once the app launches. So for a certain amount of months, we do still get new features drops within the regular game, but when they run out, it just becomes reruns. So it's yeah, I know it's weird. I highly suggest watching the video. I had fun making it because it's a lot of disjointed thoughts that I think generally, yeah, looking at them, I think maybe I could have done a little bit better in some areas, but I enjoy putting it together. It's a fun video. It's not inherently a sad video because it's not a sad goodbye. It's a fun video laughing at. Oh, hello, Mira. No, I wasn't laughing at you, but you know. Yeah, how you doing? Huh? I thought I'd met everyone. Oh, you're Daniel, right? You have quite the reputation. Everyone says you're making Miss there more and more awesome every day. Nice to meet you. I'm Mira. I moved here recently, but I can already tell we're going to be pals. Why, thank you, Mira. Why, thank you. Actually, speaking of Pocket Camp, we may as well head over to the camp, see if they've got anything particularly worth having a look at. Also, out of pure interest, do we have... Oh, TPC has been updated. Okay. You can see info on town initiatives on the Meow tab. Any current initiatives, tap on it to see more details. Fashion Forward initiative. Why hold your bold fashion clothes in a closet when they can make for great decor? Hang any item of clothing on your wall. Okay. And then, did you deal? No, I know what past me was doing there. I think he was expecting it to be more in the future than right now when I checked that, but yeah, we don't have any Meow coupons, but hey, we can make it maybe a little bit of an objective to go get some, depending on if there's any good stuff in here. And then I do have another little bit to yap on about too. What a yappery. What a yappery. First things first, this is Zipper, right? I feel like it's Zipper. We'll see. Is it gonna be who I think it's gonna be? It's gonna be who I think it's gonna be. How you doing? Oh ho, you live here, flippity skippity, you don't mind me. Wee. Okay. I'm now just gonna slowly leave. Bye. So he's just in that for the love of the game. That doesn't fill us in a costume like I've been thinking for years. Oh. Bit of a jump down there. Yeah, I do kind of wish we could go in this cabin. Like, I imagine it's cozy as hell in there. You know, at the very least, we can lie on the hammock. So there's that. I do like this area. I wish I did have more of a reason to visit it other than just a few seconds. Like, I imagine when multiplayer was live, though, it would have gone crazy, you know? Like, oh. Well, I suppose Amiibo and stuff is still... It's so cool, like, I kind of hate the fact I can only hang around here for as long as I permit myself. Like, it's chill to hang out in here, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like the city at night time in City Folk. There's nothing you can do there, you just go there to kind of sightsee. And I suppose, technically, you can still go in the auction house and do something, but, you know, a happy home kind of you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, I wish I could had more of a reason to chill there. You know, maybe I could do something silly. I love that. That's the music there is a lot more beat than it is out here. Anyway, how you doing, Goose? Feels inadvertently avoiding you so far. Oh, Daniel, it's been a while since we talked. Am I the only one you haven't talked to in a while? Hey, Scoot said those same things. You're just coordinating to make me feel guilty. Oh. Anyway, we're going to go into the roost and have a little sip, because I actually want to share a little bit of gossip with you, you guys. So, as you know, I've been talking about my second channel recently, and I got loads of sorts of videos up there. They cover all sorts of topics. Well, last year, I made a video on a Facebook game that was wiped from the internet. There is no archive of it. For a few years, there was no way to play it. There is now, but, like, it's not official. And then, well, the files they used to make that version are public because they monetize it. I made a video talking about that game and the impact it left on me, the general sphere of how it existed, yada yada yada, touched on the new version, and then kind of the on and off search I've had for about a decade now into trying to find a form of that game to archive. Because again, while there is this this current version that exists, it's like, what's the guarantee that stays live forever? And when it, you know, does shut down, because everything like a live service like that will shut down, what are the chances the team would archive the files? So it's, yeah, the game is playable, but it's not archived, which concerns me as somebody who's lost the game once before. So, you know, intermittently over the last few years, that video is part of it. I've been looking and hoping to see if somewhere on the internet the flash file for this game, which was Restaurant City, by the way, just to clarify which video it is, was left anywhere. And last night, I rewatched that video, had a fun time watching it. Don't know what spurred me onto it, must be the new video. But I did another search. Now, this isn't me randomly dropping mid-new Leaf Let's Play that I may have found the game. But for the first time, what I'm going to argue is about 7-ish years, I found what feels like a substantial lead on finding a potential copy of the game. But I'm like 50-50 on if I want to follow it through, because I don't want to give too many details out of fear that, like, you know, maybe this gets one person watches this and chooses to spread it wildly, and then this person gets harassed. But they're basically in a discussion about that set off-brand version. There was somebody in the description thread giving a bit more insight into how it came about, what it was based off, etc., etc. And they gave a screenshot, right? And it's timed and dated. So this is long after the original game shut down. Those files were thought lost. But this new version had released, and it had a few cosmetic changes around that time, so it's like important to note. That version was out, and it looked a certain way. But this person had a timed and dated screenshot of them running the original game. And then, but that was in a small window, and behind it you can see a Visual Studio thing, which, for those who aren't super acquainted, is what you would use to program in a lot of languages. I'm not sure if it's particularly the same for Flash. I'd imagine for server software, though, you're probably going to use it. So this screenshot would kind of imply that this person who left this comment, you know, they clearly had some sort of inside knowledge on how that version came about, had some form of the original game file in a way that was playable, which is crazy. Like, that's huge. Again, I said before, I've been looking for this damn thing for half a decade, and then there it is, just passively being shown in a blog post. I mean, they could be having about it, could be Photoshop, but, you know, part of me wants to reach out and ask this person, like, hey, crazy as all fuck as it may sound, do you have that? And if so, would you be willing to stick it on the Internet Archive? Because I say this in the video I made, there's no way that game as it was can be hosted. I think the newer version we've got, Restaurant Streets, that's the best we're gonna get. I was wondering where the pitfall was all these episodes, but I still think of an archived version that people could then develop, say, an offline patch for people to download and play themselves, you know, through the Internet Archive, what have you. We can, there's ways to get around it. They're having for the company that made that game's other games made. So it's yeah, I'm debating reaching out to this guy, because it's like, he had a copy of it in his hand at some point, but it's like, I don't know if he'd respond, I don't know if he'd still have it, he could just tell me to F off for all I care. It's just interesting. It's, you know what I mean? It's like, do I do it? Because I've got a lead, but like I'm hesitating on it. And oh, you found a new nickname for me. Okay, what is it? Here it is. Sweet D. I'd rather go with Schmoopy. You don't like it? Since we're good friends, how about you pick out your own nickname? I love Schmoopy. Schmoopy is what I have sworn my sole allegiance to. Yes. Okay then, Schmoopy. Let's go with the other fossil stuff though, because I want to yap a bit more. But yeah, yeah, I've been thinking about the last 24 hours now. It's yeah, because I think I'd ran into that screenshot before, because I'm thorough, and it's like, in terms of like how deep some of my searches go, I wasn't even Googling stuff in Russian in order to just come across it. Like, yeah, we go that deep. So I've seen that screenshot before, but this was the first time I clicked, oh, this has like the visual differences from the version of the game that was being hosted by the like the fan-made team at the time, if that makes sense. Like, they're not, I don't know how to explain this because it sounds like I'm having a stroke. It's just, oh yeah, I forgot to donate my scary painting. Well, here you are. See, that was also another reason for you to come back other than just delaying my yapping ending. Let's take very good care of the shaft my wood. We'll display it with the detailed descriptions. Come back to see it at any time. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm going to see it right now. I love the scary painting. He's so good. He's so good. And here we got one more. Yeah, okay. A lot of mushrooms as well, but no furniture. Cringe. But yeah, so I'm debating reaching out because, again, I think I'd seen that screenshot before, but last night I clocked, oh, you know, this is visually different to the point where it's like, okay, there's like probability this guy had the files I've been looking for, which is like, okay, yeah. It is a comment that was posted 8.5 years ago. What are the chances he held on to those files? I hear you ask. But the only little smidgen of hope I've got is that he had to get those files somehow. Because he had those files 8.5 years ago. Yeah, time passes. But like, the game had been down for a few years at that point already, so it's, you know, that's where it gets a little bit interesting. So, yeah, you know, permit me to be delusional, it's just, and I'm a little bit excited at the prospect of reaching out, but it's like, oh, It's like, do I know enough to really, go forward? It's like, what if I F it up and annoy him, and he just deletes the file? Because then we're all in trouble. Well, not all of us, but you know what I mean. Like, where is the scary painting? I yearn for the scary painting. I simply must where? I can't have anything in Michigan, can I? Like, where? Like, where is the culture? Where is he? Show him to me. But yes, that's been my last day. I've been mulling over it because it's it is a big lead, and it's just like, damn. It's like, on the one hand, I wish I could pass it off to somebody more qualified. The issue, there he is! Oh my god. I'm so proud. Look at proud. He's right at the entrance as well. Oh my god, he's going places. I really do sound like a proud parent. But yeah, like, part of me wishes I could pass that info off to somebody who's more qualified to try and archive this game. The issue is I've apparently just accidentally become the authority on it, because it's like, if you search up Restaurant City now, my second channel video is like the second result. If you do it in incognito, it's like, in terms of people qualified enough to start this, at least to me, extremely important conversation, unfortunately, it appears I'm the most qualified one. Well, that's probably a lie, but still, it's like, bro. I think it's like, yeah, it's you know what I mean? It's like the pressure's just slightly on, but I'm kind of loving it. It's like, part of me is delusional for thinking this guy's gonna have that file almost a decade later. Absolutely. Lock me up. Institutionalize me. He has finally lost the plot. All those mushrooms I've been grabbing all this episode has just been, they've been making me hallucinate, man. It's been rough, so I did some shrooms. You know how it is. The typical British pastime of, if you're bored, do drugs. And if you're pregnant, do double. That's, I should state, that's a demographic that only applies to my nearby area. And my personal experience. If I don't say that, the British Tourism Board will come after me and be like, oi, you can't say people do drugs. But it's like, it's true. It's true. Seriously, it's like, bro, I have seen... Yeah, actually, no, I'm not going to share that story. I think some some anecdotes are best left completely unspoken, and are definitely best left to be taken to the grave by me. Anyway, oh, we didn't read our notices. Weather snow. Oh my, snow flurries will begin in nice moments we get colder. Oh my god, the fact it's almost December as well, by the way. Oh, it's spooky. And not in the sense that it's Halloween anymore, no, it's just spooky. It's spooky, and I'm scared, and I'm feeling this year, like, completely slip me by, but it's been a good year, seriously. In the event I do, like, a year, like, to round out video, this year, oh my god, the things I'll have to talk about will be crazy. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. Who knows what 2025 has in store, because, I mean, if there's one thing I've learned this year, is that you genuinely never know what may happen. I mean, case in point with this episode, it's like I found a lead on something I've been looking for, half expecting not to find shit for 10 years. Just casually one night. It's, yeah. Okay, where is this money rock, though? Am I okay? Am I okay? I would love to find the money rock, but, like, we are legitimately running out of time. Oh my god, there's a dig spot here as well. This is... In terms of all-time embarrassing ways to go about recording an episode, this is certainly up there. I mean, pretty please. Like, there's a reasonable chance this could be the money rock, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, yeah, actually... Well, now who's laughing? Now I'm just very chuffed with myself for managing to get that to work. Oh. And we get the full Monty as well? Beautiful. Well, if you're on like a note, it does make sense to end this one now. So if you have enjoyed them, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, it helps us a bunch. It lets me know that you do want to see more of this and all of that good stuff. And yeah, see you guys next time. I'm probably going to do some like off-camera work for Minecraft whilst this exports, and it'll get me being busy late at night, and then once this is done exporting, I'm done with that off-camera work. Maybe I will record a late night episode. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But that's going to be us for now, so until next time, with all that said and all that aside, oh my god, that's a lot of money. Thank you for watching. My name has been Neremik, and peace out.